Hey guys, Dr. Clayton Rhodes coming at you from Adjusting Attitudes. Now the last two videos, we're talking about the fundamentals of what I feel are needed, or the fundamentals that you need to own in order to have the life and the practice of your dreams. So in the first video in this series, we talked about answering probably the most important question that was ever asked to me, and that was, if there were no rules, no limitations, and you couldn't fail, what would your practice and your life look like? And I told you to basically take a blank piece of paper and start writing. The next step, what I did is I asked you to take a look at your practice and take a look at your life and look at the things that you were tolerating. The things that you were tolerating that you darn well know are never going to help you achieve what you just wrote down on that piece of paper. And I gave you examples about maybe how your tables look, and if the letter's all cracked, and maybe the walls, maybe they need a little bit of painting, maybe the staff person that you know you need to get rid of. Whatever that is, you need to get rid of those tolerances in order for you to be able to achieve what you wrote down on that piece of paper. Those are incongruencies. The more incongruencies you have, the further away you will be from ever achieving what you want to achieve. Now, here's the next step. You need to sit down right now and take a look at your practice in your life. And you need to write down, I would say, your top 5 values. Now, I did this with my staff at our yearly meeting. And we had a blank piece of paper, and I had my staff members, throw down values that they felt our practice exuded. So there are many things that my staff members did and said, and then we came down with the top 5. The number 1 value that we had was education. How are you going to lead a patient from a day 1 procedure to them saying yes to chiropractic for the rest of their life if you don't have a proper education system that allows them to shift their paradigm about health, whatever that may be? So education is very, very important to us in our practice, because we know it's probably the most valid tool to allow patients to be guided from day 1 to wellness. The second thing we came up with in terms of our values was communication. So communication, of course, is very important. Without communication, you never get to build quality relationships. Now, patients come at us every day for information. They come at us because they know innately that we have the tools to get them to where they want to get. So what are you communicating to your patients? Are you wasting their time by talking about the Super Bowl or what you did on the weekend? Or are you maximizing every single minute that they're in your practice so that they feel that they got value out of you for the investment that they made for that visit? Because if people feel, as long as people feel that they got value, they will never feel that they paid too much for that visit. You want to exceed their expectation and give them content, give them value for what they're paying. So that was communication. Our third value was relationships. We have to realize that we're in the business of relationships. If we can't build relationships, we're never going to have success in our practice, because this is how we get people to like us. This is how we get people to join our tribe. This is how we get to create a culture. We need to know how to build quality relationships. And how do you do that? You have to educate them, and you got to know how to communicate. If you do that, you'll probably have pretty good relationships. The other thing that we came up with was, in terms of the 4th value, was productivity. So I'm a big fan of serving and loving and just giving, but in the end, we have a business that we need to drive. And that business allows your staff members to get paid and for them to have the lifestyle that they desire. And then you have lifestyle requirements that without productivity will not allow you to have. So it's all good and dandy to be able to give and to serve and to love, but we need to have productivity. We need to have systems in our practices. We need to have procedures that allow people to come in, have them receive value for the price that they're paying, and have us as chiropractors and staff members feel that we're getting fair exchange for what we're giving. All right? So that was very, very important for us. And, we made sure that we wrote those down. Now, the next value for us, the 5th one, was quality. Now, quality for us, I want to become the Ritz-Carlton of chiropractic. If any of you have gone to a Ritz-Carlton before, or a Fairmont, or a Four Seasons, whatever it is, as soon as you walk in, you're greeted by a bellman that already knows your name. And that is, to me, is unbelievable. So when people come in, are you exuding quality? Are your posters, your upholstery on your tables, your wall colors, your office, your staff, your communication, how you build relationships, your adjustments, your technique style, does it spell quality? And if not, you really have to hone in on that, because this is what patients, whether you know it or not, patients are coming in and they're spectators and they see everything happening. And when you don't have your ducks in a row and you don't have your values, they're going to know. And those might be the patients that are exiting your practice without you knowing it. Now, what's the value of creating values? Well, the value is that your values become the basis for you to make decisions. So whether you have an opportunity come at you on a personal level, you have an opportunity come at you on a business level, whether you say yes or no to that opportunity should be based solely on your values. So the question should always be, does this opportunity serve my values? Does it resonate well with my values? If it doesn't, don't choose that opportunity. So the saying goes, as one of my mentors, Rick Sapio, said, never choose opportunity over value. Write that down. Never choose opportunity over value. So the next step, write down your values, top 5. You may want to get together with your staff for your business values, and you may want to get together with your wife or your spouse or significant other for your relationship, personal values. Probably one of the most valid, thought-provoking, and useful thing you will ever do. Take care. Dr. Clayton Roach. Stay tuned for the next video, because we're going to dig deeper into this whole realm and the fundamentals that you need in order to create the life and practice of your dreams. Take care and have fun.